Byron. There are more and more traffic accidents happening each day, and many involving, surprisingly, accidents with a semi. What do we need to know if we're ever involved in such an accident? Well, to help answer the question, we're joined by attorney Lane Siesky of Siesky Law. He joins us for our Legal Views segment. Lane, good to have you. This is first of all, there are more accidents than we think involving a semi-truck, huh?
Yeah, there are, and a typical semi-truck with cargo may weigh 80,000 pounds, where the typical car may weigh 5,000 pounds. So when there is a wreck involving a semi, it can be very serious. And that
are the rules of the road different for the driver of a semi than from just any other truck?
Oh, absolutely. There are federal regulations that place limits on how long a truck driver can drive at one time and how long they can be on duty as well. And those are safety rules. They're developed for, to keep truck drivers fresh and so that they can react properly and not get sleepy or drowsy.
You just attended a seminar in New Orleans dealing with semi-truck litigation. What'd you learn? What did anything surprise you?
Well, it was fascinating for me. I don't know if it would be for everyone, but it was fascinating in that more and more you see trucking companies develop things in terms of document retention policies, and quickly after a wreck, a lot of the evidence may dissipate. And so it's important to kind of go back and reconstruct not just the accident, but what the truck driver was doing in the days or weeks leading up to the wreck. And there's a lot of ways that attorneys can do that if you're brought into the case in a timely fashion.
Do you usually treat the trucking company and the driver separately?
You do. Obviously you never want anyone to be injured in any type of wreck, but when they're injured in an accident involving a semi-truck, the value of their case can be much greater if you can prove that there's corporate negligence in terms of maybe they were instructing the truck driver to write over his US DOT logbook, or maybe they didn't properly qualify him when they hired him on. And so if you get into that type of situation, it can really go beyond just merely an accident, something that could have been prevented had they been following the rules. I'm
sure longtime residents will tell you here in this part of the country, 41 trucks would constantly, because they call it stoplight city. Yeah. Are we more prone to semi-truck accidents in this part of the country, this part of the state?
Well, there's two arguments there. I think that with a lot of traffic lights, you have truckers that are stopping and starting a lot and the potential to blow a red light. But also if you're out on a rural interstate highway where there's not the red lights and it's just dark and you get the ho-hum driving, there's the potential that a truck driver could maybe start to drowse or fall asleep. So.
And drivers, there is a number of hours that they can be behind the wheel, isn't there?
Oh yes, and that's mandated by federal law. And even if the US DOT logbooks are gone, the trucks, a lot of the newer ones now have computers on board that actually record what that truck had been doing for the weeks or months leading up to the wreck, and you can go back and download that information to see if in fact they were over the hours.
Real quick, call Siesky Law, or at least call an attorney, right, if you're in such an accident right away.
Yeah, it's the last thing people think about when they're hurt, but it is important because a lot of the evidence will disappear quickly.
Lane Siesky with Siesky Law, thanks for a very good briefing on Legal Views. Thanks, Lane. You got it. Well, cooler temps, more rain coming this week, but you're going to like